Hi, ladies and gents. This is me again, going to do a redo of the tutorial that I did just yesterday. I had a few parts where I was lagging and being forgetful and a couple of things that I could have done better, so this is going to be a redo of that tutorial. So this is a template that I have, a website template that I had done one time in the past that I'm going to use as an example for this tutorial. So let me close this. The general idea here is that I've decided that instead of these two text columns here, I wanted to put in a little text panel or two. And I don't know how much text is going to go into my panel yet, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that the text panels stretch with how much text that I enter into them. The first thing I'm going to do is use this text here to size up, in general, the size of my panel. All right? And it can be any size you want, but I just chose to make it about the same size as this text that's already here. Now that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and move this off to the side and go ahead and delete my text here, since I don't need it anymore. Now that I have this, I am going to go ahead and say a few words about how you can make these. The first thing is that on my last tutorial I drew this as just a square box like this one is. Now, a rectangular box anyway. You don't have to stay with a rectangular shape. You can do just about anything you want. So with my rectangular box here, I could curve the corners if I wanted to. Curvature, let's do a little extra curve there. And that would be perfectly fine. I can do that if I want to. I can make it other shapes, whatever I want. But the general idea is that you want to make sure you want to have your shape converted to an editable shape and make sure that it moves with your text as you go forward. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and enter in a single line of text. Now I want to make sure it doesn't go too far past these curved edges. So when you're doing this with curved edges, you want to make sure that you don't go beyond the beginning of the curve, like right here, and you don't want to go beyond the beginning of the curve here, because if you do, it's going to do strange things with your curved borders. So the first thing I'm going to do is enter just some text. Now I'm just going to hold down the 1 key for now, yeah, and get a bunch of text. Now, first thing I want to do is highlight all of this text and change it a bit. First of all, I don't want it to be that small. I'll change it to 12 points, and I also change it to white so it shows up a bit better on the background. I got exclamation points there instead of ones, but that's fine. Now, you'll notice I've made sure that this text goes from one end of this line to the other, filling in all the spaces. And that's important because if you have some extra leftover space and you start going beyond what you originally filled in, it may extend out horizontally where you don't want it to. So if you've filled in all of this text, then it should stay the exact same size. Now I'm going to go ahead and select both of these, drag select, and Control-Shift-L, and align centrally. There we go. Now that aligns these perfectly in the center points, and now what you see here is what you'll always get. So I'll always have this much border above my text, this much border below my text, and this much border to the sides of my text. Now if I wanted to change that, I could. I can still change it, right? I could say, maybe I want a, undo. I still have both of them picked. If I just take my background and go a bit smaller, right? And select both of them again. And Control Shift L, align centrally. Then this is how much I would have above, below, and to the sides of my text. And that looks okay. So that's the way I'm going to leave it for now. First thing I want to do with my background is convert it to an editable shape. Arrange, convert to editable shapes, or Control Shift S. Okay? This is a very important step. If you don't do this, it won't work correctly. Now that I've got that done, I'm going to add a name to my background. And the name I'm going to apply is box BG for the box background. Enter. That applies that name. Great. Now I'm going to select my text. Yeah. You can see down here one text column selected with 60 characters. And I'm going to enter something here, and we'll call it box text. Yeah. And add that name. And close it. Now that I have both of those named, I am going to select them both. And I'm going to apply a soft group this time. Control-Alt-G applies a soft group. I've applied my soft group, Control-Alt-G, and now I'm going to highlight both of them and go to my names gallery. If I open the names gallery, I'm going to go ahead and pin that for now. Move this up. Box background and box text. So the first thing I need to do is check this checkbox right here, or tick the box, as the Brits would say. And then after that, I need to click on this little triangle pointing off to the right here. Once I do that, it will bring up a dialog box. Now I've chosen stretches here. If yours isn't already set to that, this is a drop-down box. I'll show you in just a moment. Sometimes it'll be on exports when you first open up, but if it is, change that to stretches. And then once you hit on this box, it's going to say, you're telling it that you want to stretch the box background. And it's asking you what named object will make the box background extend. Well, we want the box text to make the box background extend. So I'm going to tick that box right there. And then I need to tell it how I want it to extend. So choose how a box background should extend. Now horizontally, I don't want it to extend at all. So I'm going to say none. Vertically, I want it to extend. Once I've chosen those things, I can press OK. And ladies and gents, I pretty much have my stretchy background panel there. So if I were to go and take my text and highlight it now, and press Control-Shift-L for a bit of quasi-Latin text, I can, as you see, get up the background to extend. If I hit that again, it extends even further. Hit it again, extends even further. Now, I don't necessarily want all this. Oops. So, well, I can delete a bit of it. And there we go, there's my text box. And because it's soft grouped together, they all move as one. And if I want to position this, I can press Control-K, create another one. It goes down below it. And I'll highlight that text and put some different text in it. And maybe even a little more, but not that much. And there you go. I've got my stretchy panels. And I think they look pretty good. Anyway, I hope that was explained a bit better and flowed a little bit better. And I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much.